Hello, people, your boy, man, Mike here, man. I saw an interesting question by the Falcoholic and something that I really like. And it's basically saying who will lead the Falcons in interceptions this. I'm going to go out on a limb, man. Yeah. A lot of people been down on you, boy, man. A lot of people been down on Trufant, man. Don't totally understand why the guy's coming off of a season-ending injury, and people just giving up on him. Saying they want him traded, saying they paid too, saying a lot of things, man. Overrated. Just doing what Falcons fans do. And totally overreact over every little damn thing. Now, this is Desmond Trufant. All right, before the injury, it was regarded by many, and still regarded by many, as one of the best corners in the fucking league. All right, there's no doubt that he's one of the best corners in the league. His technique, his ability to, press guys that are much bigger than him, his footwork. Now, he doesn't have the best hands, okay? I'm not going to go get carried away with that, but he does not have the best hands. I will give him that. He has the best hands. But he's still the best corner on the team. Why do I say that? That's because you have Robert Alford. Robert Alford is always tested. Why is Alford always tested? It's because he's the weaker corner. Simple as that. I know you got a lot of people need to get out of their own head and come down to common sense. It really comes down to common sense. Why doesn't Robert Alford? Why does he get tested a lot? It's because he's the weaker link. You go back to the Deion Sanders thing. Why did a few teams try Deion Sanders? Because they know that he was the best player on the damn team. The best corner in the league. The best corner ever. He didn't get tried. This is exactly what happened to Desmond Trufant. Pre-injury. He came back from injury, lacking a little bit of confidence in my opinion. But, Trufant is still the top corner, man. Let's not be stupid. Let's really not be stupid. We have a tendency to be really idiotic when it comes to Falcons fans. We see a guy struggle. Now, Trufant he was just god awful, okay? He gave up a couple of big plays. Maybe the entire season. And that's bad for Trufant. Now, this guy's he's not a terrible corner at all. He doesn't normally give up a lot of big plays. But this year, returning from injury, he did. He got burnt. But there are a lot of reasons why he got burnt. One, Ricardo Allen did not have his best year as safety. All right. He did not have the best year as safety. Now let's get this straight. All right. In order for a corner in this system, in order for a corner to be completely left on his own, which Desmond Trufant was, he was left on the corner on his own. A lot of man-to-man, a lot more man-to-man this year than he has before. And that's really a detriment to the third corner, the guy that I really wanted to talk about. And that's Brian Poole. A lot of times the reason why Desmond Trufant is being burnt is because he's in zone. They have to protect Brian Poole, who's not a great corner at all, which is why I go back to saying that drafting Isaiah Oliver is one of the best things that can happen to this defense. Why? It's because it puts Trufant in a position where he is at best, and that's pressing and it's man on man. Not everyone is a great zone cornerback. There's a guy that play a lot less. There's a lot of guys that play better in man than in zone, and I say this because zone, you have to have that ball hawk mentality. You have to have the ability to read plays. You have to have the ability to catch. A guy like Rondé Barber, who played in that Tampa 2, I mean, he wasn't the greatest corner in zone at all. I mean, in man-to-man offense, but when you put him in zone, when he can read and react, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. But when you put a guy like Desmond Trufant, who is really his best, he's in his best in man. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. I'm getting all these damn updates, but he's the best in man-to-man pressing. This is what Desmond Trufant does. He doesn't have the best arm, but he doesn't have the best hands. But when you get him in man-to-man press, he can put his arms on bigger receivers, smaller receivers. Your guy's just impeccable, man. It's just nothing you can do with a guy with Desmond Trufant besides use a bigger receiver like a Mike Evans to basically just go over the top. Faster receivers, like the play against the Jets, Robbie Anderson, where he was in zone again, beat in zone, where Robbie Anderson just basically just flew right past him. I mean, he was in a read and react defense, zone defense, and Trufant, again, he's not the best. He doesn't have the best skills. He doesn't have the best hands. And, he was reading. He was reading, looking in the backfield, and Rob Sanders just basically went right past him for a touchdown. And this is the reason why I say you got to put Desmond Trufant back and man-to-man or man-to-man. You get younger with Isaiah Oliver. Take Brian Poole out of positions where he doesn't have to face some of these fast corners, wide receivers. Because let's face it, man, going back to the Super Bowl, Brian Poole has been fucking awful. Now, he's a great tackler. I think he's better suited for safety. But you don't want to leave him out on the island constantly. This is just something that the Falcons finally realized, and getting a guy like Isaiah Oliver, who is going to be huge for this defense. He's going to be huge for this defense. It allows Keanu Neal to do what he does best, and that's hit tackle. It allows Rico Allen to be more, to take more chances, because he doesn't have to sit back and, worry about Brian Poole. Don't have to worry about Brian Poole, looking out for him, everything underneath. I think Isaiah Oliver is going to, he's definitely going to be a plus for the Falcons. The Falcons will put Desmond Trufant on the outside. Oliver will be on the outside, and you will be able to use Robert Alford in the slot. And Robert Alford is, without a doubt, the best athlete in the secondary as far as corners are concerned. This guy's a baller, man. He's fast, he's quick, he can read and react. So the Falcons, this secondary, in my opinion, is one of the best. It's not, if not the best in the NFL. Name one of the secondary besides, I can see people say Jacksonville. Jacksonville has a pretty good secondary, but I would much rather have the Atlanta Falcons secondary. Keanu Neal, who would knock your fucking block off. You have Rico Allen, intelligent, always in the right spot. Robert Alford, the guy is a ball hawk. Has a little bit of technique problems here and there, but he does read and react well. He's just a ball hawk. And then you have Desmond Trufant. The guy is hardly ever in a position where he cannot make a play. Doesn't always mean this guy has fucking stone hands. Okay? But the boy is a baller. The Falcons secondary is just going to be so awesome. It is incredibly deep. And this is why I continue to say, people, just in a few years, and this year could be the year for the Atlanta Falcons, where they will be a top 5 defense. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say they'll be a top 3 defense. You got Tack McKinley, who's finally getting what he deserved to be the starter outside of Vic Beasley. And you stop the madness of putting Vic Beasley at linebacker. My God, man. I was so sick saying that last year. Just Vic Beasley has no damn business being a linebacker. He's a pass rusher. Stop it, Quinn. All right? Just stop it. The Falcons defense is they can do a lot of things. You have Devondre Campbell, who is without a doubt the most important linebacker. He is the most important linebacker. All right? Why do I say that? It's because he allows Deion Jones to be Deion Jones. He doesn't have to go against these big physical tight ends. Deion Jones is an athlete. He runs. He's the best coverage linebacker in the game. And then having Devondre Campbell, a guy who could really hold his own down in run game. You don't have to worry about him being overpowered by excuse me. You don't have to have him worry about him being overpowered by a tackle, pulling guard, a tight end. And this allows Deion Jones to do what he does best and, run around, make plays, interceptions. And, why I say that in a couple of years, the Falcons will have they definitely will have a big decision to make when it comes down to paying either Rico Allen or just let him walk. Really have a big decision to make when it comes to this. And I think, personally, they made that decision. Rico Allen is a hell of a player. I love the guy. But he just doesn't do anything spectacular. He really doesn't do anything. Can I trust him to do what he's supposed to do? Absolutely. With the exception of last year, Rico Allen was absolutely solid. Rico had a couple of bonehead plays last year that cost us specifically in the playoffs against Philadelphia. So Rico is treading on thin ice. Yeah, he's average at best. Rico does exactly what he's supposed to do. And that's all great, but we need playmakers on the team. Rico Allen doesn't scare me. He doesn't strike any fear in me. I just expect him to be in the right position. I mean, that's all I expect from Rico Allen. I don't expect him to make a big tackle. I don't expect him to make an interception or create a fumble because that's not who he is. He's never been that guy. He's always been that intelligent guy to put everyone in position. But when you have the Falcons defense and he's got Keanu Neal, who incredibly, he was really coming on as a safety, as a cover safety last year. Tremendous improvement. I really love what Keanu Neal can be at this point. But I go back to Rico Allen. He just doesn't do anything spectacular. And the Falcons have a guy by the name of Damontae Kazee. When you saw this guy last year, when Rico Allen was out with a concussion, Damontae Kazee, his only issue last year was experience. He did not understand coverage. He was out of place on certain plays, but on special teams, when he got his time to shine, the guy was always near the ball, making plays, fumble recoveries, creating fumbles. And this is something that Dan Quinn preaches. He wants ball hawks. Rico Allen is not a ball hawk. And then he asking for more money. I love it, Rico, but no, bruh. I'm not giving you any more money. I might give you a 2-year deal. That's it. And I love you. But I'm not giving you more money when I have a guy like DeMonte Casey. When I have a guy like Keanu Neal, he's already a Pro Bowler. Rico Allen? Nah, bro. I'm not doing it. That could go down if he get his hands right. If Keanu Neal get his hands right, he can be a great, great safety, but the guy just can't. He does not have hands, man. He's a tackler. He does exactly what what Dan Quinn wants him to do. And that is hitting people, knocking people the fuck out, and causing fear. When people go across that middle, they're always having the back of their mind that 22 will knock you the hell out. That's what Keanu Neal does. And the fact that he is improving in coverage, oh my gosh. This Falcons defense could be absolutely scary, people. You have great Takk McKinley, whose motor is just unbelievable. His first step is not as good as Vic Beasley, but that guy is tremendous. He is a tremendous pass rusher. Takk McKinley, watch out, people. You could be looking at the next 10-sack guy. If he put it all together, he can definitely be one of the greats. That's how talented Takk is. But this Falcons defense, my God. You talk about New Orleans and that little whack-ass secondary. All right, they really think they're doing something. They really think they're doing something. Like, come on, bro. Did you not see what happened? I mean, I think the whole world saw what happened to them in Minnesota against Minnesota. I think the whole world saw that. Yeah. And not to mention that, I don't even want to mention the corner name. He think he's damn Deion Sanders or something. I mean, every time he goes against Julio Jones, he's on the sidelines huffing and puffing because he can't keep up with that monster. He can't keep up with it. It's too much for him, bro. It's too much for him. This Falcons defense is without a doubt the most athletically gifted defense in the league. Period. Now, I know everyone is probably thinking, oh, that's Jacksonville. They have some athletes on that. Yes, but those guys are not the Atlanta Falcons. They are big. They are fast. And Jacksonville is good. But when you come down to this Falcons defense and athletes, there's not a lot of people that's not fast. There's not a lot of guys that are not gifted. Like, the weak link on this Falcons defense, athletically, is possibly Rico Allen. And he's a hell of an athlete. Brian Poole, I don't think he's a corner, but you put him at safety, Brian Poole can definitely make some things happen. I really like him at safety rather than corner. And that's another reason why I say the Falcons should not pay Rico Allen. Brian Poole is tremendous. I love the guy. Makes big tackles. But he is not a safety. He's not a corner. Excuse me. He's not a corner. This Falcons defense, you look at the front line. The front line is absolutely scary. Vic Beasley, finally at full-time defensive end. None of that running back, none of that linebacker bullshit. You have Grady Jarrett. I mean, oh my God. You talking about a guy that is outside of Aaron Donald? A guy outside of Aaron Donald? I don't really know. I don't really know too many that are better than Grady Jarrett. Maybe more experienced, but Grady Jarrett is one hell of a player. He is one hell of a player. You got Tack McKinley. You have Crawford coming back. Shelby. Brooks Reed, who has been a pleasant surprise because when the Falcons first got him, I didn't know what to expect from him. But the fact that Brooks Reed and that spin move that he has coming off the edge, man, he is very extremely underrated. Really have to give Brooks credit. He showed me something. He really showed me something. Dejan Sanat, a guy that'll be more of a run stuffer, but he is the exact player, maybe a little stronger, a lot stronger than Grady Jarrett. But that's who he is. That's what Dan Quinn likes. He likes guys that fits his scheme, had a fast, straight to the quarterback. Just get to the quarterback and knock the hell out of people. This is what this defense is all about. And have a guy like Rico Allen who's smart, who can get guys in the right position. But this Falcons defense is scary. Real, bro. This Falcons defense is definitely real. Yeah, y'all, man. I really like Poole, man. I just don't think he is. I really don't think he is a cornerback. I think he's better suited for safety, and I think that's something to keep in mind. They have options outside Rico Allen, and if I were the Falcons, I would not give him any more money. Sign that deal and shut the hell up. Sign the deal, shut the hell up, and play. Because you didn't. I mean, it's not like you've been a Pro Bowl safety. You've been a very good, important safety for this young Falcons defense, but you've not been great. You're not in a position to just tell the Falcons, oh, all right, you can, I want more money. Yeah, but, bro, we have DeMonte Casey. We have Brian Poole, who can easily be a safety. So, man, this defense is loaded. Desmond Trufant, Robert Alford, Isaiah Oliver, a guy that is high on a lot of scouts' radar. A lot of them had him the best corner in the draft. And the Falcons got him in the second round. The second round. For a guy that was rated by many as a top safety in the league, in the draft. So you have this guy as your number 3. With Desmond Trufant, Robert Alford, man, you're looking at you're really looking at a decent secondary as far as outside of the starters. Guys that are, I'm trying to read. What the hell am I talking about? Can you read? Nasir, yeah. You got a basketball pick. I might be over your head. You don't know nothing about football, so yeah. Go watch the Atlanta Falcons highlights of some shit. It's football. It's what a real man play at, man. But yeah, as far as paying Rico, man, I'm not doing it. I like the guy, but I ain't giving that dude no more money, man. Unless he has to go to the Pro Bowl if I'm gonna give him any more money. I'm just not gonna have it. Yeah, but Rico, he way out of pocket. Man, you sign that damn tender. You making $2 million a year. You should be making more money than that. But at this time, man, the Falcons get you. gave you an offer, and it's time for you to prove what you're worth. This is your contract year. You want more money, you go and ball out. I want you. I want you to ball out, Rico. Please ball out. Defense that much dangerous. But I think you're a little bit out of pocket, demanding you want a long term, and you've not made a Pro Bowl. Just a little bit out of pocket, my nigga. Just a little bit out of pocket, my Negro. Seriously. But when it all comes down to it, man, who, and I have this graphic up from the Falcoholic, who would lead the team in interceptions? Based on how this defense is, I think it's a toss-up between two players. And I have to go with Desmond Trufant. No, I'm just bullshit. Desmond Trufant can't catch worth of shit, man. I'm going to say Robert Alford and Rico Allen. Rico is always in a position where he can make a play, but he just doesn't make plays. All right? That's his biggest problem. Until he make plays, Rico Allen, you're not going to get paid. And you make a play, and you get the money. But then again, the way the Falcons talent, especially on offense, they have a lot of guys to pay. There isn't a lot of money going around. Jake Matthews have to make a decision. And I think that Andy Levitre is on his way out. He took less money to stay. Had Tevin Coleman, whose contract will be up. Have to pay Grady Jarrett. Vic Beasley is coming up. Devondre Campbell has a couple more years. You have to pay him. Deion Jones, Deion Jones, his contract is coming up. So you have a lot of guys, man, you have to pay. And Rico, man, I'm sorry, but bro, no, I'm not paying you. But as far as, the Falcons leading interceptions, I have to go with Rico Allen. It's kind of contradictory, but I believe, this guy should be motivated this year. And if he is the guy that he thinks he is, he can be, but he just hasn't shown me that he can be that guy to create turnovers, get interceptions. Rico Allen should and will lead the Atlanta Falcons in interceptions. But overall, this Falcons defense, man, I'm impressed, man. I love these guys. And I'm not just saying this because, it's a home team. But these guys, when you look at how the NFL is constructed, especially as a young defense, the Falcons, along with the Jacksonville Jaguars, they could be good for years to come. And you have Matt Ryan locked up. Julio Jones is locked up. Regardless of what you guys are thinking, Julio ain't going no fucking where, all right? He's not going anywhere. You have these guys locked up. It's defense, and we all know defense wins championships. The defense lost championship for us. All right? Guy just got tired, didn't have Trufant, didn't have Adrian Claiborne, two guys who are very key, extremely key for this Falcons defense, especially Trufant. Really don't give him a lot of credit that he deserves, man. Now, he doesn't get a lot of interceptions, but Desmond Trufant, this guy is always in the right position. He's always one of the least targeted corners in the league. And why? It's because you have to fear him picking it off. Regardless or not, he doesn't always pick it off. But you saw last year when Desmond Trufant is on, the guy had 2 picks. All right? He had 2 picks last year. The same guy that everyone wants to trade away. This guy was a defensive player of the week. Desmond Trufant. All right? So once he puts it all together, Trufant is a beast. Oh, absolutely. Oh, hell yeah. Desmond Trufant, like I said, the only knock on Desmond Trufant right now, man, for me personally, it has to say, I have to say that he doesn't always make a lot of interceptions. That's the only thing I'm worried about with Desmond Trufant. I'm not worried about him, being burnt. I mean, that happens to the best of them. It's not like he's Deion Sanders. He's not Deion Sanders, but he's still one hell of a corner. Desmond Trufant is always in the right position. And he will recapture that, pre-injury, status, where he regarded as one of the best in the league. And I still think he's one of the best in the league, man. Desmond Trufant is, that's one of the best corners in the league. You couldn't tell me that Dallas would absolutely love him. Dallas, look at Dallas. They're still searching for corners. We have 2 corners. Robert Alford, they would love to have Robert Alford. A lot of teams would love to have a Robert Alford. But we have 2 corners that are capable of, getting a pick 6 at any time. That's how good this defense is. But yes, Jordan, man, like I said, man, I tell people this all the time. When you're coming off of a season-ending injury, like Desmond Trufant did, man, you still have to battle with confidence. You have to get back to where you were before. And the fact that, it was a season-ending injury and the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, Desmond Trufant, he was probably pressing a bit, trying to regain that pre-injury status where he was one of the least targeted corners in the league. The least targeted corner in the league, all right? The least targeted. That's how good this guy is. So, Falcons fan, man, I know all you guys are kind of skeptical. You shouldn't be paid so much money, $60 million for Desmond Trufant. I'm here to tell you that's a bargain. That is a bargain for a guy like him. Desmond Trufant could have easily gotten $70 million elsewhere. Easily. That's a discount for the Atlanta Falcons. He could have got more guaranteed money elsewhere. But the Falcons recognized and locked this guy up before he even got to free agency. They're not stupid. The Falcons know exactly what they have in Desmond Trufant. But we have fans that think they know every freaking thing. And they flood the timeline. They flood the Falcaholic. They flood all of the Atlanta Falcons in football. With all this hate, saying he's overrated, saying he's this, saying he's that, when half of you have never even played the game, don't even know what the hell is a cover 3 defense is. They don't know what the hell a cover 2. They want to say that Desmond Trufant is off. And he doesn't deserve. But yes, man, like I said, man, Jordan, man, I tell people this all the time, man. Football is a game of chemistry. And it all starts in the head, man. It really starts all in the head. If a guy is coming off an injury it takes them a while to get over their injury. And obviously, and for me, that was the reason why Desmond Trufant was struggling last year, among some other things. But it all comes down to, for me, and I'll end with this, is that I'll end with this unless you guys have any questions. What the Falcons, what would their record be? Tampa, I think they'll run through. I mean, I think they run through them like a cheap ass horse. So, I ain't really worried about Tampa Bay. I mean, Mr. Crab Legs, I ain't worried about him. Mike Evans, he think he Julio Jones. That defense, one hand from the New York Giants, and they got big fat Vita Vea, who they think is going to be huge. I just don't think he's going to be as big as they think they are. I'm not really worried about Tampa Bay, especially when Mike Smith is your defensive coordinator. This guy's just fucking terrible. All right, Mike Smith is horrible. Rated. I'm not worried about them. The Saints, that defense, it's respectable. I'll give them that. Cameron Jordan is the real deal. I'll give them that. But giving away your first pick for really Saints, you give away your first round pick for a defensive end that might not pan out. That's pretty dumb. That's pretty fucking stupid. Okay? Not worried about them. Not worried about the Saints. The Panthers, new offensive coordinator, Norv Turner, but Cam is still Cam. Cam is still going to be Cam, and Cam is still Cam. And he's getting older. Don't think he can continue to run at the pace that he is. You have their defense, and Kuechly, he's just an excellent player, but he has concussion issues. Thomas Davis, old as hell. He'll be suspended for a PED. So not really concerned about a lot of people, but if I had to choose, the Falcons would split with anyone, and I could see them easily beating Tampa Bay twice, Carolina twice. They possibly could split with the Saints. I can see them splitting with the Saints just based on, how they usually play the Saints. They're always good. They're always close. But as far as the Falcons record, man, 11-5, 12-4. That's what I think. I agree, and I see. I really believe that they could easily win this division, sweep the division. The first game, Philadelphia, I'm not worried. I'm really not afraid of Philadelphia. I don't know why everybody's afraid of Philadelphia. I mean, just a couple of, breaks here and there. You looking at Keanu Neal makes that interception in Philadelphia instead of the ball trickling off his knee and going to the receiver's hands for the catch. The Falcons win that game easily. They go down, kick a field goal, and it's a completely different. It really is a completely different game. The Falcons easily go on to the Super Bowl for me. We beat the hell out of Minnesota. I'm not worried about Minnesota. Jordan, I don't really think. I don't know. Philadelphia is just one of those teams that we don't play well on the road. For whatever reason, you just don't show. We really don't play as offensively. Really can't say it's just solely Matt Ryan offensively, because they have a good defensive front. Falcons the last couple of years just haven't played well in Philadelphia. I think the offensive line was absolutely destroyed the first time in Philadelphia. Last year, they played much better than they played before, but the first game a couple of years back where they played in Philadelphia, they ran through our ass. I mean, they ran through their defense, and this is the reason why we signed Dontari Poe, is because the Philadelphia Eagles, they just ran through the Falcons. So I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are the number one team in the East. Lord, I'm thinking about basketball. I don't in the NFC. Really not afraid of Philadelphia. Really not afraid of Philadelphia. I'm really not afraid of anybody in the NFC. Now I'm thinking about, will the Giants be anything? I really think they're capable. They have Odell Beckham back. We'll see what he's like. They have I don't know why, Barkley, who I think is completely overrated. I know a guy everybody just so infatuated with. He's an exceptional athlete. We've seen this shit before. We've seen this before with athletes coming out of college. They're supposed to be this. They're supposed to be that. Reggie Bush was one of those crazy athletes. He was okay, but he wasn't as good as people let him be. Trent Richardson. We already know the story of Trent Richardson. Mark Ingram. No, they were supposed to be all. They was supposed to be a lot of great running backs because they had good combine numbers. I wasn't that impressed with him at Penn State. I really wasn't that impressed with Barkley in college. Yeah, he did good, but he really didn't play a lot of big schools like that, especially the SEC schools. He performed well, but it wasn't like he was a world beater. So I'm not worried about the Giants. I'm not worried about Philadelphia. San Francisco could be a team on the rise if they, I'm just done. I'm not fully convinced that Jimmy Garoppolo is the new kid on the block. The next big thing. $137 million, and this damn fool hasn't even played a complete season yet. They have the potential. You can't underestimate Kyle dumbass Shanahan. He still is a brilliant mind when his ego is not up his ass. Still a brilliant mind, but not really. I think they're a team on the rise. I think Seattle really better pay close attention to them, or they could easily be swept by the Niners. Not because of Richard Sherman. The Rams are definitely loaded. That's a team that I'm not sold on offensively, with the exception of Todd Gurley. I'm just not sold on them. Offensively, defensively, they had the potential to be the best team in the NFC. They had the potential to easily go 14-2 because of the dual threat running back, quarterback. Then you have a pretty damn good defense. If everyone stays healthy. If everyone stays healthy, that Rams team could be extremely good. Now, that's one team that I am concerned about. And the Falcons have to be, on their. They really have to have their shit together if they want to play the Rams, in the NFC Championship. Everything has to go well. But I think when it all comes down to it, man, Falcons easily 12-4. Continue to stay healthy. They must stay healthy. The Rams have to stay healthy. But other than the Rams, there's not a whole lot of competition in the NFC. I'm not really afraid of anybody. When you have a quarterback like Matt Ryan, a running game, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Julio Jones, yeah, really not afraid of anybody. But yes, King, I'm not sold on the Rams offensively. And still defensively, I know you have a bunch of names, big names, and Dominican Sue, Aaron Donald, um, Peters. They made some moves, but you still have to play the game. It's all about chemistry, man. I tell people this all the time. I tell it people all the time. Chemistry is everything in sports. If you guys can't play together, if you can't put it all together, man, as a team, you really are not, it really doesn't mean anything. You have to play together. You have to, the corners, you have all these corners, you have all these players on a team, sign all these big names, did, went out to sign Jerry's Bird because he was a big name, and he just didn't fit on the defense. It's all about chemistry. You have to have a coach, have to have a coaching staff that can get these guys on the right path, and they learn how to play together. And this is something that the Falcons, they do great. They play together and they have great chemistry. But yes, King, man, I agree with you. You have a lot of players with a lot of names, but we've yet to see what they can do together. It's just a bunch of big names. It's like playing a game of Madden. I tell people all the time, man, Madden gonna get y'all fucked up. All right, Madden will get you fucked up. All right, Madden will get you fucked up thinking you can sign all these big players and you get a Dominican Sue, Aaron Donald, Marcus Peters, all these guys on one team. You think you're gonna win a Super Bowl based off their name? Nah, bro, you still got to play the game. But yes, far as Poe, man, Dontari Poe, he just, I thought he would be more of a pass rusher, more of a complete defensive tackle. And he was basically what the Kansas City pretty much thought he was, and that was just a fat slob standing in the middle, stopping the run, providing very little as a pass rusher. And that's all good if you're playing in a 3-4 defense, but this is not a 3-4 defense. It's Falcons defense. They want their defensive tackles to get after the quarterback, and it's something that Dontari Poe did not do well. And playing alongside of of a guy like Kawan Short with the Panthers, he probably better suited for that, because all they want to do is put a big fat guy in front of Luke Kuechly and let him run around and make plays. But that's not the way the Falcons do things, and it was just a waste of money to try to re-sign Dontari Poe for basically being a run stuffer. I mean, we can get a guy like Antaro Rubin. I don't even know if I'm saying the fucking name right. His name spelled so damn weird. I don't know how to spell it, but I just call him Rubin. You can re-sign him. If you really need a guy who can stop the run, you can re-sign him. You have Terrell McClain that I think who will provide a lot of depth, and he will be solid in the running game. He can play both 1 and 3 technique. So basically 1-3 technique, if you guys don't know, is 3 technique. Basically run stuff, and then one gap is a guy like Desmond Trufant, but Grady Jarrett, who just his only thing is to do is to get after the quarterback, and that's what Grady Jarrett, excuse me, but Grady Jarrett, Terrell McClain, those guys are basically the same guy, and you have DJ Sanat, who is a run stuffer. So the Falcons will be good, man. I'm really not worried about them defensively. Really not. I think this Falcons defense, they pick off from what they left last year, and they'd be even better. They're younger at the defensive line. They're quicker. You get Jack Crawford back. Hopefully Derek Shelby stays healthy, because this guy's still yet to stay healthy. They just not, like I said, man, this Falcons defense is young, a lot of no-name guys. But again, man, you don't need a lot of big names to be successful. We don't need a lot of guys, a lot of big names to be successful. Just need a solid scheme, a solid coach, and everyone to come together and learn how to play together. But Hector, who's better, Scheitzer or Fusco? I'm gonna go with Fusco for the simple fact that he's a veteran. I think he's much better suited for run blocking. I really don't know a lot about him being in the passing game before pass protecting, but in the run game, he is extremely. This is one of the reasons why Kyle Shanahan put him in the starting lineup. This is the guy that he didn't want because he lacked the pass rushing, pass protecting skills at the time, but he was a great run blocker. And Schweitzer, he's good at times in the run game, but the Falcons want to run the ball more often, and Fusco fits perfectly to what Steve Sarkisian wants. He wants to run the ball more, use more play action. So Schweitzer just struggling in pass protection. If he wants his job back, he has to get better in pass protection. So I'm going to go with Brandon Fusco. Absolutely. Offensive line is solid. I mean, again, man, I know people are just so upset and not pleased with Jake Matthews, but if you look at the state of tackles in the NFL right now, there's not many. There's really not many. Tyson Smith, you had Trent Williams. Even Trent Williams has had, both of those guys had injuries, problems with injuries. There's really not a lot of depth, a lot of good tackles out here. Jake Matthews is one of the top tackles in the league right now. So look at Jake Matthews, Andy Levitre. I think the Falcons really missed him last year. Solid veteran guy who Falcons just can't seem to get rid of because he just plays. You know, Andy Levitre is just a solid veteran. One of those guys, man, that you just try your best to get rid of him. You really try your hardest to get rid of him, but he just continues to play bad. He continues to play well. So the Falcons, no, they really tried to get rid of Andy Levitre. They put in there, didn't play up to their standards. So they brought back Andy Levitre. So Andy Levitre, and I mean, what can I say about Mac? I mean, Mac is that dude. Mac is that damn dude. All right, it's solid. Don't have to worry about him. Just stay freaking healthy. Right guard, Fusco. And one guy that I'm extremely disappointed with. Also, then Jake Matthews is Ryan Schrader. He's been very inconsistent. Extremely inconsistent. So I'm looking for him to play much better this year. He has to step it up. Oh, he might be looking, for someone to take his spot. Because that, Jake Matthews isn't going anywhere. He's not. But overall, I think the Falcons, if Steve Sarkisian, and this is the key for the entire season, this is the key for the Falcons to get to the Super Bowl. So, guys, let me know what you think about this. And I'll end it with this. The key to the Atlanta Falcons getting to the Super Bowl, it lies solely with Steve Sarkisian. Can he put together a scheme with Julio Jones? Can he put together a scheme where Julio Jones Calvin Ridley, Muhammad Sanu, all those guys are in a position to make plays, specifically make plays downfield. He didn't have a lot of plays downfield last year. So I'm looking for Steve Sarkisian to make those guys much better than what he did last year. A lot of last year was just a lot of little dinky plays, little 5-10 yard routes. That's not going to cut it. We need big plays. That's the reason why you drafted the Calvin Ridley. Gonna need Steve Sarkisian to step it up with his play calling. So if the Falcons and Steve Sarkisian in particular can continue to, improve, out, the Falcons will be in the Super Bowl if Steve Sarkisian improves as an offensive coordinator and his play calling. Because this Falcons team is decent. It's definitely a Super Bowl contender. But they have to get improvement with their offensive calling. They have to improve their offensive coordinator, play calling. I thought Steve Sarkisian, even though he was he was a rookie, just learning the ropes. I really believe that, he will improve this year. He has to improve this year. And it comes down to that. As simple as that, man. I don't even like saying this. Laffy Taffy Lover. All right. I like that name. I'm good, Laffy Taffy Lover. I don't know why this song just jumped in my head. I don't know if you guys know that old song from D4L. Shake that Laffy Taffy. That Laffy Taffy shake. Yeah. That song that just popped up in my head, man. But yeah, man. Steve Sarkisian, I'm not sure. He probably is on a then again, I don't know, man. Oh, okay. What's up, man? Oh, yeah. We had great conversation on Twitter. What's up, bro? I don't even like saying that. But I'll hit you up after Twitter, man. I really love and enjoy all you guys, man. Tip me up, man. Mad Mike Sports on Twitter, man. Check me out, man. I love to chat with you guys, man. Really, man. It's all good, man. All the Falcons fans. There's not a lot of Falcon people. A lot of people on YouTube. So we kind of trying to make this thing big, man. Support your boy at the Neighbors. I'll have in description to his channel, AR10, and anyone else who has a YouTube channel. Just leave your comments in the comment section, man. Leave your channel in the comment section. I love to subscribe and chat with you guys, man. It's all about the Falcons Nation, man. We got to do this thing big. And yeah, again, check me out on Twitter, Mad Mike Sports, and I have a Facebook page. Now this is a long one. This is Facebook page. Check it out. Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hardcore Falcons Nation. So check that out. Doing pretty good on that. Really doing good on that Facebook page. I had a link in the description so you guys can check that out, man. But yeah, man, let's support each other, man. This Falcons Nation, bro. Falcons Nation need all this stick together. So leave your Twitter handles in the comment section so I can give you I can follow you guys and all the Falcons fans. You follow them so we can stick together and continue to play, and talk this Falcons football, man. Oh, definitely. Rise up, man. Again, man, I really appreciate all the support, man. Again, man, I said this before, and this went over way more than I thought. It's over an hour. Damn. Yeah, but when I get talking about Falcons football, man, I get carried away. But yeah, man, Okay, I would check all of these. I would check all of you guys out as soon as I end this. But yeah, it's not a lot of guys, not a lot of people on YouTube. So we're trying to make this thing big. Uh, Again, the neighbors AR10. If anyone else has a YouTube channel, just leave the link in the description in the comments, and I will subscribe to you guys, man. Again, keep spreading the word, man. Falcons football, man. Your boy Matt Mike is out, man. Peace. I really enjoyed you guys. Thanks.